Here's a riddle. What's terrifying and comforting at the same time? The answer, it's the reminder that we aren't God. Right now, we're in the midst of circumstances that should be reminding all of us that we definitely aren't God. And we need that reminder because when life is going along somewhat predictably, we tend to slip into the illusion that we are in control. And that by our wisdom and our planning and our carefulness and our saving, we can prevent trouble from coming. So it's terrifying at first when we realize those things actually weren't true, that we aren't God. But then in the end, it's very comforting because our control was actually an illusion all along. God is in control. That's the truth. There's a fascinating little sermon from the prophet Isaiah that vividly portrays our tendency to forget that we aren't God or to slip into thinking that we are God. It's found in Isaiah 47, verses 8 through 11. It's actually a message to the nation of Babylon, but obviously the message is to the people of Babylon as well as the people of Israel who needed this warning. It begins like this. Now therefore hear this, you lover of pleasures, who sit securely, who say in your heart, I am, and there is no one besides me. I shall not sit as a widow or know the loss of children. Note first of all that this person is a lover of pleasures. This word is much like our English phrase, living in luxury. This person is prosperous, wealthy, pampered, and has plenty of opportunity for pleasure. And that's a pretty good description of modern American life. Compared to the way most people have lived in most places, modern American life has been full of prosperity and opportunities for pleasure. And so then the verse shows us the troubling tendency we have in our hearts when we have the prosperity and the pleasure all around us. It's the phrase, who sit securely. We tend to sit securely then, and that goes with the claim at the end of the verse, I shall not sit as a widow or know the loss of children. I am secure, and so I can guarantee that life will go well, and I won't have any unexpected trouble. Now notice what is actually happening when we think this way. It's in the middle of the verse. Who say in your heart, I am, and there is no one besides me. Those are the exact same words that God uses. Yahweh, the great I am. He says that exact same thing in Isaiah 43:11, 44:6, 44:5, 45:5. And now here these people say it about themselves. The people described here had gotten so comfortable and so secure that it kind of felt to them like they were actually God. Now, what does God think when someone else claims to be Yahweh, the one true God? Well, let's go on and read verses 9 and 11. These two things shall come to you in a moment, in one day. The loss of children and widowhood shall come upon you in full measure, in spite of your many sorceries and the great power of your enchantments. Evil shall come upon you, which you will not know how to charm away. You can see that there was a specific problem with the Babylonians trusting in magic, but the principle there applies to many things. We might think that we're God because of our medicine, our science, our investments, our insurance, our fitness, our savings, or many other things. But sometimes God reminds us that we aren't God. Changes come, troubles come, and all those things that we were depending on for our security can't stop the trouble or stop the change, no matter how much we wish that they could. And if in those times we can say, okay, right, I'm not Yahweh. I'm not the great I am. I'm not God. That might seem to be terrifying at first, but it's actually a wonderful place of rest because we don't have any of the resources needed to be God. That is an impossible burden to carry. Peace is actually found in letting God be God.